Module 11, Selling Services Internationally. There are three main ways in which you can sell heritage and cultural services internationally. The first is that the service is delivered in Scotland and consumed in Scotland by an international visitor. In this case, the consumer travels to Scotland. The second method is that the service is consumed abroad by an international consumer. In this case, the supplier travels from Scotland to the international market and delivers the service there. The third method is that the service is in effect turned into a product and delivered digitally to the international consumer. In this case, the sale is an electronic cross-border sale. Let's look at each of these methods in more detail. So the first method was that the service is delivered and consumed in Scotland. In some cases, this may be the only way of delivering the service at all. So you may have to rely on customers arriving from your international markets to experience the service here in Scotland. This obviously limits the number of people you can reach. From an international perspective, you need to consider the language issues of your audience, both in terms of marketing the service that you're offering and potentially in the delivery of the service. So the second method is that the service is delivered and consumed abroad. Again, the number of people you can reach is potentially limited. It requires significant time, effort, and money to tour. Again, you need to consider the language issues, both in terms of marketing your service and also potentially in delivering to your international audience. The benefits of undertaking service delivery internationally is it does build a relationship with your international audience and may attract customers to come to Scotland to see your performance here and experience indeed other service providers. It's certainly a lot simpler if you have an international partner who you can work with to deliver the service on the ground, to organize things like local marketing, for example, and attracting an audience to attend your exhibition or your show. An example of this method is the Festival Interceltique de Lorient, which showcased Hebridean music and culture with traditional Gaelic and Celtic artists. This was an event supported by Highlands and Islands Enterprise and its partners and enabled many of the Scottish companies to participate in what is Europe's biggest Celtic festival. The third main method open to you is delivering services digitally. In order for this to be successful, you need to consider how you can develop a digital product, package it and market it effectively to your international audience. You may, for example, have to translate the product. If you're putting it on your website, you will need to redevelop your website to attract international customers. If you're using a website, you need to consider accepting payment in different currencies, and again, potentially translating your website. All of this needs to be supported with appropriate search engine optimization, search engine marketing, and social media, which is relevant to your international audience.